Since 1978, the Kiwanis Club has worked with individuals and organizations involved in sports in our area. The Kiwanis Amateur Sports Awards recognizes local athletes and builders whose achievements provide inspiration and leadership for youth in sports. The Kiwanis Amateur Sports Awards takes place on Friday, May 24th at the new Rhodes Resto and Bar. It's a great event for the community, and joining us to talk about it is Bill Bishop, the Kingston Kiwanis president, and Helen Mercedes Brown, the Kiwanis Amateur Sports Award chairperson. Thank you very much for coming in and talking about this. We have a short amount of time to cover a lot of information about how important this is to local youth in Kingston, but I want a little bit of a history background on, and I'll go right to the source on the president. A little bit of history on this great event. What can you tell me about it?
Yes, it started 41 years ago with the Kiwanis, but before that it was started by a couple members of the public, and I believe taken over by a service club, I believe Rotary, for a couple of years, who then passed it on to the Kiwanis Club, who took it over, and over 40 years made it a great success and well received by the sports community in the city for the young people. At the time it was started, there was no awards for young people. It was an idea to give them something to play sport for and be recognized and go on to bigger and better things.
It's for amateur athletes 21 and under, is that correct?
Yes, amateur athletes 21 and under, plus the builders, which are the coaches and trainers responsible for bringing the children from Rising Star in Most Improved Player and Athlete of the Year categories.
Let's talk a little bit about the process. You're the chairperson of this event, and to me it's a daunting task with all these athletes. What's your process? How did you get to the final and the recognition goes to athlete A?
Well, it has been 1 year since we've been doing this. We all started as a team. What we did is we went from the previous one, which was delayed because of COVID, but was held in July of 2020. So we took all of the sports connections that we had from that, we divided it up, and we all went out and touched lives, and they all come up with fabulous nominees and builders for this event in 2024.
What categories can people expect to see these amateur athletes being recognized? And I know there's several different categories.
Originally, it was just going to be the Athlete of the Year. We expanded it in 2024 for Rising Star, Most Improved Player. They could be nominated for Rising Star, Most Improved Player, Athlete of the Year, or any builder in the community doing great things with the kids.
How do they come to your attention? The coaches nominate, or friends or family?
It is up to the coaches to nominate, and we send them out a package, and they fill out the package based on a very high criteria to recognize whatever category they want to put the kids in, or the builder is the builder.
So all these names come in. You as a chairperson, what do you do with them? What's your internal process within the Kiwanis committee?
So what we did is we set up a subcommittee, which we passed the emails on to the subcommittee, who put the packages together. Then we divided the categories up into the 3 categories plus the builder, and then we met with the judges at Denny's to go through the process of who was going to win.
And inside information, I was honored to be a judge to this event, and I was totally amazed at the quality and the statements and the character of these athletes. Let's talk a little bit about the character of the athletes and why it's so important to recognize them.
We look at not only the skill level of the athletes in every category, we also look at that they are team players within the team, willing to help other aspiring athletes up and coming. So we look for leadership, we look for communication, we look for skill level, kindness, caring about what they're doing to build a better world in our better community.
Want to have one last call to action. Where can people get tickets and information to take part in this great event?
The date is Friday the 24th of May from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Rhodes Resto and Bar, formerly the Travel Lodge. Tickets are $35 per person. They could buy the tickets online, or they can contact Bill Bishop, president of Kiwanis. The number is on the screen.
And I would be remiss if I did not ask a little bit about Kiwanis itself. I'm going to go back to, I understand, 50-year veteran of the Kiwanis Club. What's the Kiwanis main line, if you're to describe it in a sentence or two? What's Kiwanis all
The
about?
main thing that Kiwanis does is improve children of the world one child at a time. And in Kingston, we do that by, we mentioned the Staples Project, we partner with them. We collect money, and each year in Kingston we raise about $15,000 with the 2 Staples stores, and that we buy that for schools, mainly where there are children who would take use of the products that are bought by the schools for them. We've had the Kiwanis Music Festival recently with over 400 participants. It's a standalone group that's run by mainly the Kiwanis Club and some music teachers. It's really well deserved. We give money for school lunches, breakfast programs, that sort of thing.
That's great. Thank you both for coming in and talking to us about the Kingston Kiwanis Amateur Sports Award taking place Friday, May 24th at the Rhodes Resto and Bar.
Thank you so much for having us.
Anytime.
Appreciate it.